This training recording shows member library staff and patrons how to use Enterprise, the system's new catalog. This is part 1, how to search the catalog. Welcome to the new system catalog for the Chautauqua Cattaraugus Library System. With the system catalog, you can search member library holdings, place holds, renew materials, view your library account, change your PIN, check out and download ebooks, and so much more. For some member libraries, the system catalog is also the homepage for the library. The library catalog homepage allows patrons access to any content the library has set up, such as library announcements, links to websites, and more. For example, this is the system's homepage and the catalog. We have links to the right for Overdrive, our ebook and downloadable audiobook service, and we have Zinio, our electronic magazine database. For both databases, you will need your library card and a PIN. You will have to have a library card from one of our member libraries. And if you don't know your PIN, please contact your local public library. When you scroll down, you'll see NAFL New York. NAFL New York is a free service from the State Library of New York. These are links to databases for journal articles, magazine articles, and newspaper articles. If you are within New York State, you do not have to use any library card to access those databases. Back on top here, we have our navigation links. To log in, you will need your library card number and your PIN. This will allow you to place holds on items, and you can view your account. So when you click on My Account, you'll have to log in if you're not logged in. My Account is covered in part 3 of our tutorials. My Account allows you to view your contact information that we have on record for you. You can see your holds, you can cancel a hold, you can view your fines if you have any. Under My List, and actually, before I leave that, I should say you can renew materials. My List is covered under part 2 of our tutorials. My List is a nice feature if you would like to create running lists on your favorite authors, series, titles that you would like to read in the future, or maybe you would like to keep track of the books that you have read. Library information pertains to the library site that you are on. This happens to be information for the headquarters. You can select your language. If you would like to switch to Spanish, you can do so. That will change the default language on your screen. Here we have our ADA mode icon. The ADA mode makes the searching interface easier to navigate without a mouse. This toggles back and forth, so you can turn it on, turn it off. The question mark is the help icon, so if you need further help, you could click there. Down below here, we have further links to help you. This one with the question mark and catalog help is the printer-friendly copy. To begin a search, you should start over here with everything. Do you want to search everything? If you search everything, that would be all of our member libraries, all of their holdings. So the holdings from all of our member libraries, including digital materials. That would be ebooks and downloadable audiobooks. If you would like to search everything but exclude the ebooks and downloadable audiobooks, you could select Catalog Search. Or you could select one of our member libraries, like Asheville, and then you will only be searching their holdings. If you scroll down, you will see a listing of all of our automated libraries. Some of our member libraries, a few I should say, are in the process of automating, so they're not completely automated yet. Here we have our all fields, our search fields. The search fields allow you to search specifically on an author, subject, title, ISBN, series, or combine all of these into one search under all fields. Today we will be selecting the author field because we are searching for John Grisham's titles. So we would like to find John Grisham's titles at all of our libraries with actually any format. Now, notice how John Grisham populated right here. These are search suggestions, and they populate when another patron has at least 3 times successfully searched on these search terms within the last 10 days. So if I click on his name, it automatically searches. If you think it's too slow, not happening, go ahead and click on search. Here we have 232 search results. Right here in the middle is your hit list. This is the search results listed in a hit list. They default to the list view. We could switch that to the thumbnail view so you can see the jacket cover a little bit larger. You can see which libraries own that particular title. And then you could also use Cool Iris. So this would be the jacket covers of the titles. And you can page through by clicking on the little paging icon here. So you can go forward, you can go backwards. When you do find a title that you like, you would click on it, and then you could, if you wanted to, share this on Facebook and Twitter. So that's a nice feature of the Cool Iris. Otherwise, most people just stay with the default of the list view. So in your search results, these are sorting by relevance, by default. Now we could switch this to, say, publication date ascending, which would be your oldest to newest books first. The publication date descending would be your newest to your oldest books. So publication date descending is the newest to the oldest. You can also sort by title and by author. We will take publication date descending. So we're looking at the newest books to the oldest. Now, if you're a John Grisham fan, you will notice that Gray Mountain is number 3. Gray Mountain is John Grisham's latest novel, which is coming out in October. Notice that there are no copies available, there are no holds, because right now this is so new, it has recently been purchased by members. So members are starting to order this title. It's not even available at this point for holds. But there are 2 older titles right here, 1 and 2. And that's because we still have some member libraries who are automating. So that means if they upload a book to, or any title, anything with this name here, or I'm sorry, by this author, any format by this author, when it is uploaded to the system catalog, it will appear as the newest item, okay? So that will appear first. So it could be that this title was just recently added by an automating library, or it could be a replacement copy by another member library. Okay, so now this is listing, you'll notice as I scroll down, the first 12 items. At the bottom and at the top, we have our paging system. So we have 20 pages. I could click page 2 and move down to our second page. I can click on the paging icons to move next or previous. On the left-hand side, we can limit by showing only items that are available right now. They're not checked out. So this brings it down to 179 results. So all of these items are available. I mean, and don't let this confuse you. If you see place hold, that item is still available somewhere. Okay, so for example, if I click on the Racketeer, I can click on the jacket cover or the title of the book. I know the format of this is a book because I'm looking at a book icon Down here under format, we can see a CD-ROM disc. That's an audio book here. You can also go under column number and see that this one is a CD-ROM, or I'm sorry, it's a CD fiction title. The one up here says fiction paperback. All right, I was just going to scroll down and see if I could see. Well, we'll look over other formats in a bit. But for right now, again, you can click on the jacket cover or the title to pull up more information on this book. This is the detailed display page window. Here you will see a link here to the author, which will lead, if you click on that, it will pull back all of the books by this author. Gives you the edition, publication information, where it was published, and the publisher's name, copyright date, physical description, how many pages, reading level, subject headings that we could click on, and we could see books by this, actually, under subject terms, sorry, these are Library of Congress subject headings, that if I would click on this, I would not only get John Grisham's titles, but every title in our database, every item in our database that has Judge's fiction as its subject heading. Now, down below that, we have our libraries listed that own this particular title. If you see a Z for future use library, that means that this particular library is in the process of automating. The little sort icon here will alphabetically arrange your titles here. Now, the middle column is for the shelf number, so that is where the book is located in the library. The status will be if the book is checked out or if it's in the library. Now, if it says adult fiction, that's in your library. That's in right now. Large print collections, that's where that particular, and if you went to the Allegheny Public Library, you would go over to that large print collection and find that book, okay? But Allegheny Public Library has another copy. They have 2 copies of this title, but one is checked out right now. You will find books that are being transferred between libraries. That book, obviously, you could not check out right now. Okay. If I scroll back up the screen, if you would like to place a hold on this title, I could click on that green button, or I could go under Select an Action and click on Place Hold. Here is where I would type in my library card number. And then type in my PIN. If you cannot remember your PIN, please contact your local public library. Now I have to select my pickup library. Randolph Library is my default library. I could select another library and pick up the book at that location. Okay. Now, if you would like to, I was pretty quick on that one. I didn't show that it was successful. If you want to double check your holds, you would go into My Account and click on Holds. And notice, actually, that one didn't take. Okay. And that was because I goofed up. So let's go back to John Grisham. This is a good recap here. We'll go under Author. Okay. And if we go to page 2, I could have typed in The Racketeer, and I could have, now even from the hit list, you can click on Place Hold and pick up Library Randolph, and there we go. So now, if I scroll to the top and click on My Account and go to my holds, there is my title. Okay. My Account is covered under our 3rd tutorial, so I will not be covering that right now. Okay. With the enterprise system, you also have the option, if I go back to our title here and click on the title, the display information also allows you to text this to you, okay? So this information will be texted to you. standard rates apply. You're not going to get all of this information in a text. They will give you a link. And if you click on it, it takes you to your browser, and then you'll pull up this information. You can view the MARC records. This is good for library staff to know that you have access to the MARC fields right here, too, besides, of course, workflows. Now we have selected action. You can add to my list. So I could add this title. Notice that it's in my temporary list. So I would have to go into my list and save it to keep it, because otherwise if I exit out, it will not be saved. And if I have 10 minutes of no activity in the browser, it will not be saved. My list is covered under our second tutorial. Okay, we can also email this information, another link to text it. We could also print this information right here. You can like the title, and this would show up on your profile page in Facebook. Okay, so back over here, we have our limits. So we could limit by format. So for example, if I would like to see just the books, and there are 113 out of the 232 results that we found that are physical print books. So I could include those or exclude them. So now it brings it down to 113 titles. And this, of course, includes large print. Now I could take this off by going back over here under narrowed by and clicking on that red circle with the X. So that will pull it off. I can click on more so I can see more options here. So I could, I could check off several of these. If I would only like to see maybe just books, ebooks, and e-audio books, I would like to include those. And here you will see this little icon is for your e-audio book. And let me go over here and ebook include. I just want to show you this little icon right here. That's the ebook, and it says download. So if I would click on download, at this point what I could do is actually check out that title. So I would just have to click on Kindle. I mean, if I had, you have to select the format that you need. And there are 3 formats available. The Kindle format is, of course, for the Kindle devices, and it's very easy to use. Most of our patrons nowadays seem to have the Kindle Fire. If you have a Barnes & Noble device, if you don't have a tablet, you would have a dedicated e-reader, and chances are you are going to have to download Adobe Digital Editions to your computer and then transfer the title to your device. If you have a Barnes & Noble Nook tablet, even the color, you could actually download the Overdrive app and read your books from there. So anytime you have a tablet, it's highly suggested that you just deal with the Overdrive app. Kindle users, they can actually just do the Kindle title. It's actually an easier world right now with the Kindles because, let me show you, if I say check out, your download will start shortly. I'm already logged in. If I was not logged in, I'd have to log in with my library card and PIN. So I've checked out this book. That was pretty quick. And then just click Get Library Book. I'll have to sign in. It will, if I click Get Library Book, I need to sign into Amazon, which I'm not going to do right now. But, and then that through Wi-Fi, you just have to sync your devices if it doesn't automatically go. So it's very, very easy. Okay. Now, the other option, the HTML checkout, that is the Overdrive Read, and I could just actually start reading this book right now through this browser. Okay. Now, I will go back here. The audio books, you will need to, if you're on your computer, you will have to have the Overdrive Media Console. Okay. Now, if you would like to really, if you don't have a specific author or title, if you would just like to browse our ebooks and downloadable audiobooks, I suggest highly, if you click on the home icon, click on Overdrive and go right there and use the database. But contact your library if you have any questions. Okay. So now going back to our search here, again, I can take these off, my limits, by clicking on that red circle. We also have, we could limit by subject, by author, by library. If I expand all, you'll see all of our members that are automated or are in the process of automating. The Z libraries, those are in the process of automating. Okay. Publication date, we can use the graph here. We can use the slider. We could say we would like only books from 1987 through, to the post 2014. Or what you could do is type in a year. I want all of his books from 2012 on. Leave that blank, and then include or exclude. You can click on years, and then this might be a little bit easier to work with. I can check off the years that I want, and again, either include or exclude. Down here, we can limit by audience. So say if you were looking for only the John Grisham young adult books, I could include those, and it pulled up 3 right here. I can take that off. And then I can scroll down, and then we have limits by electronic format and by e-reader. Okay, so that is a very quick little tutorial there on just a basic search. If you would like to use the advanced search, the reasons why, like why would you use advanced? A good example of that would be if you are looking for books on Potters, but you do not want the Harry Potter series. You could type in Potters, and then don't show items that have Harry. Although that was a great series, but anyway, and then scroll down and click on Advanced Search. Here we have 44 books. And then under author, we should not see J.K. Rowling. Okay. Now, and to see any of these books, again, you would click on the jacket cover or the title. And that actually happens to be e-fiction, so that was not exactly what we're looking for. But here we go, Early New England Potters. Okay, and then you can see where this book is shelved in that library. Okay. Back to advanced. Another reason why I would use, if I needed to, advanced, mainly you're just going to use basic. But once in a while, especially this is a good note to the member library staff, if you have a patron who comes in, they cannot remember the author's last name. They can only remember, oh, her first name is Audrey, and I can only remember one word in the title. Okay, so now if I click on Advanced Search, it does find the title, okay, but I just want books. So check off or click on or check off books. And here, if we scroll down, you'll see we have these little book icons, that was large print. Okay, and then you can click on that title. You can find out which libraries own it. Okay, and where it's located right now. Currently, none of these are checked out. Okay. And then if you wanted to place a hold on it, you could go ahead and click on place hold. And then again, I'm already logged in, so I don't have to type in the library card and PIN. Most people just want to use the catalog to see if it's available. if it's available, they just drive to the library, however, get to the library and check out that, pick it up off the shelf. Mainly, people put holds on books because it's either at another library or it's checked out. Okay, so now we have advanced search. You can get fancy and select a format that you're looking for and select a specific library. That's another reason why you could quickly use advanced. The one feature that's missing from the new Enterprise catalog is the browse feature. So I would like to point out our classic catalog. This is the old catalog, which is still available. So it does look familiar, I'm sure, to a lot of you, some different colors here, but really this is the same iBistro catalog, okay, the old catalog. If you click on Power Search, there's the call number search and there's the browse. I like browse because I can type in a topic here. Click on subject. These are the Library of Congress subject headings. And so, say if you have a patron or if you yourself, like me, has a cat that has behavior problems, you can see we have 55 titles under cat's behavior. So I might have to go back to that book, but if I click on next, here we have more books on cats, okay? Cat's behavior therapy. There are 4 titles. So now you could tell your patron that this section upstairs or downstairs, wherever you have your 600s, that would be a good section for this particular patron. Okay, so notice the range, 636.8, 8.08. Write that down on a card for your patron and they'll be happy. Okay, so now let me go back here. I'll keep clicking back, and that probably was not good. Anyway, if we go back to our home page, we're back here. Again, I clicked on the classic catalog to go to the old page. All right, or I'm sorry, the old catalog. So hopefully we'll keep contacting Circe about that browse feature, and hopefully one day that will be added. If you have any further questions, again, we have our help instructions here. Thank you for listening, and please contact your library if you have any further questions or if you cannot locate a title. Thank you.